Welcome. I am Roberta Collier-Brown, and I manage the sports and preschool programs at the Chin Aquatics and Fitness Center. I will be providing a tutorial on completing your program registration forms through ePACT Network. Although I am completing the form via an iPhone, ePACT suggests the most effective way to complete the documentation is on a computer rather than a mobile device. After you have registered your child for a program, you will receive an email from ePACT. This email may be in your spam, junk, or clutter folder, so it is best to search for ePACT Network in your email boxes to find the request for emergency information. I would advise you to complete the form with your admissions checklist in hand. When you have located the request, you will select the orange button to complete your request. You will then be taken directly to ePACT Network to create your account. If you have never utilized ePACT before, you will need to sign up for an account. Next, ePACT will confirm the organization requesting your family's information and provide you with information to contact their team directly if you need assistance. Select the blue Get Started button to move forward.
The system will request contact information for the primary guardian listed on the account, which is the individual who received the email. For each guardian, their name, home address, phone number, employer, and work number should be listed. If your child has no other guardian, you will need to simply create a second guardian with the first name not and last name applicable and input N/A and all of the required fields pertaining to a second guardian. At least one guardian must have work information listed.
For the work location section of the form, you will need to list your work location as outside of the home to be able to enter information for work. Even if you are self-employed, a contractor, or telework 100% of the time, this information will still be required.
Guardians that select from home will be considered as stay-at-home guardians.
When completing the information for work, please do not select that your work number is the same as your primary number, because this prohibits ePACT from listing the number on your child's account in the work section. Therefore, if your work number and primary number happen to be the same, please retype your primary phone number in the work phone number section.
The work or employer number is requested as an extra layer to try and reach a guardian in the event of an emergency. If there is no option for the guardian to be reached by their employer while at work, then inputting NA can also fulfill this requirement.
Any section with the red asterisk is required to be completed. In the Other Information section of the form, please provide any information that may be pertinent for preschool staff to know.
For example, if one guardian is unable to access their phone from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. and another guardian should be contacted about your child, this would be good information to have.
After the primary
guardian has completed their information, the next section of the form will be focused on the details of the dependent or the child registered for the program.
As a reminder, all items with the red asterisk must be completed. If your child has the same address and phone number as you, then you can select yes rather than providing any extra details. Submitting a photo for your child's profile picture is not required, but it is recommended.
The third section of the form is family information. This will list the primary guardian and then provide the option to add or edit a second legal guardian. Please note all legal guardians should be listed in this section of the form. If the guardians share an email or one guardian would like to be emailed, then there is an option to skip adding an email address.
ePACT encourages families to add siblings to the ePACT profile. However, this is not a requirement for Prince William County Department of Parks, Recreation, and Tourism, or PWC DPRT. The fourth section of the form is emergency contacts, authorized pickup lists, and unauthorized pickup lists. A few important things to note. 2 emergency contacts are required.
Emergency contacts cannot be the guardians of the child.
Legal guardians will be contacted first in the event of an emergency.
Emergency contacts are a second layer of protection in the event guardians are unable to be reached.
The pickup list is for people authorized to pick up your dependent. If someone is listed as an emergency contact, they do not need to be listed in the pickup section, as emergency contacts will be allowed to pick up your child. For each section, the name of the individual, their address, phone number, and relationship to the dependent must be provided. If the relationship changes, this item can be easily updated. Please keep in mind, contact relationship refers to the relationship the individual has to the child or dependent. Anyone listed on the emergency contact or pickup list will receive an email to verify their contact information. This verification is not a requirement. You may also type a personalized message to any contacts along with the pre-populated email text that will be sent to them. After you have sent a request for other people to view their information, a contact may log in and verify their account.
If a guardian, emergency contact, or pickup list member has verified their information, then only the verified individual may make updates to their own details in ePACT.
To add or remove someone from your pickup list, you must make this adjustment directly in ePACT. People who cannot pick up your child is a section to provide anyone not allowed to pick up your dependent due to legal, custodial, or other matters. If there's a judicial or custodial order in place for your child, there is a box to check this option and notify the program staff of this matter. Please note, this will provide a flag in our system, and legal paperwork must be uploaded to support this matter. Unlike the other lists, anyone listed on the cannot pickup list will not receive any notifications from ePACT about your child's account. The fifth section of the form pertains to medical information for your child. The following items must be provided. This section of the form is where important medical information, conditions, or requests for additional care should be noted. If your child is working with a therapist or if they have an IEP, this is also the appropriate place to note this information. Providers should be listed for each provider. Their name, phone number, address, and the doctor type should be listed. If your child has a primary care provider, PCP, please list the doctor's name rather than the name of the practice.
Guardians may leave remarks about doctors at their discretion.
Previous daycare or schools and the dates attended are not a requirement in ePACT. However, this is a requirement for any licensed PWC DPRT programs such as preschool and preschool summer camps. The sixth section of this form is geared towards allergies and dietary requirements. In this section, allergies are split into three sections: food allergies, environmental allergies, and medication allergies. For any food allergies or chronic environmental allergies, your site will require an allergy action plan. Any children with asthma have a separate allergy form for completion.
All action plan forms must be signed by a guardian.
After noting allergies, dietary needs can be entered, and a box will populate for you to suggest any alternatives to the product that work well for your child. There is also a text box at the bottom of this page to provide any other notes for diet, allergies, or inclusion needs for your child. If your dependent needs an aide or therapist to accompany them in our program, you will need to complete an inclusion request form to formally have this process occur. If you already have an aide or therapist, then a program visitation request form will need to be completed, and there's paperwork to be provided by the outside agency before their staff can visit your child during PWC DPRT programs. You are also able to enter a preferred nickname for your child. Example, your child's name is Charlotte, but her nickname at home is Charlie. If you would like your child to be referred to as Charlie at school, then you would simply input the nickname in this section. When you provide your child with permission to swim, additional questions will be populated as a result. Please check with your program manager to verify whether your child will be swimming in their program. The seventh section of the form discusses medications and treatments.
The guardian must answer if their child is allergic to sunscreen or insect repellent.
There is a disclaimer under these questions noting if you need to leave medication on site for your child, then a medication authorization form will need to be completed.
All medication authorization forms must be signed by a medical professional. unless the medication is left on site for 10 days or less. Guardians will have the ability
to note any medications their children take frequently. Any medications intended to be left on site with your child's program for more than 10 days must be labeled in the original packaging, unexpired, and have the correct dosage as noted by the doctor. This applies to both prescription and non-prescription medication. Any non-prescription medication left on site for less than 10 days will not require a doctor to sign the medication authorization form. The 8th section of the form is for shared files.
This section is where guardians should upload all medical documentation, IEPs, or inclusion forms.
If your child is attending a licensed preschool program or a preschool camp, the following items will need to be uploaded and submitted in this section at least 2 weeks prior to your child beginning their program. A physical, which includes a physician's signature or stamp and was completed within 1 year of the program start date. An immunization record, which includes a physician's signature or stamp and was completed within 1 year of the program start date. A Virginia school entrance form can be completed to cover school entrance medical requirements.
Yet, a physician must sign or stamp pages 2 and 4 of the form, and a guardian must complete page 1 and include their name, signature, and select the proper check boxes, and also denote if they do or do not want to provide medical authorization.
All form options listed in this section can be found directly in ePACT.
When a guardian is ready to upload a file, they will select the Add File button, and this will take them to a screen to upload the file directly to ePACT.
You can upload a file or a picture in this window. After you select the file and press the Upload button, you will get a disclaimer message. A green banner will verify the file was added to your child's form. On the 9th section of the form, you will be asked to make acknowledgments and/or give permission for a few items, such as sunscreen or bug spray.
The page after this will require guardian initials and a signature before form submission. The Code of Conduct and Handbook
can also be found on this page as well. After verifying all information is complete, please hit the large blue button at the bottom of the page to submit the form to your program manager. A green banner will verify you have successfully shared your information with your organization. Your program manager will receive a notification that your file has been updated and contact you with any further guidance. To edit your form after submission, you will log into ePACT Network and select your child's name in the My Household section of the home page. A pop-up menu will appear from there. Select the organization for which you are completing the request. This will get you back into the form correctly and allow you to make edits that are visible to the administrators of PWC DPRT. If you log in and your child's profile still shows complete requests under the photo section, then your form is still incomplete. Any files uploaded after initial form submission will have 3 dots to the right of the upload.
A guardian must select these 3 dots and choose to share the newly attached files with the program, as the files will not be shared automatically.
Thank you for watching this tutorial. We look forward to seeing you and your family soon.